In this week's video, we're going to take a look at the full line of D&A Gear's guitar stands, as you can see sitting beside me here. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can win your very own triple guitar stand, the Hydra, absolutely free, courtesy of D&A Guitar Gear. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guitar Player Gear Demos, the place where we check out cool gear, cool gadgets, and everything related to us guitar players. My name is David Vignola. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this channel. If you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you record music in your own home studio, be sure to check out my other YouTube channel, Home Recording Made Easy. There are over 200 videos that are tutorials around recording, mixing, and mastering to help you make better music in your home studio. Also, be sure to check out the show notes and the links provided in the description box below, as there's always great deals on guitar-related products. Now let's get ready for this week's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to Guitar Player Gear Demos. As I said in the intro, we're going to take a look this week at the D&A Guitar Stands product line. If you have not seen my unboxing video or my first review on the Starfish guitar stand, take a look at the links below in the description box. Go out and check those out as well. But we're going to take a look at a full-on review of all their products they have to offer. We're going to take a look at some of the special features that make the D&A guitar stands the best guitar stands on the market. But before we do that, I want to give you a little bit of history about the company, and I want to kind of share with you kind of the backstory, which will kind of tie together why D&A guitar stands are, in fact, the best guitar stands on the market, in my humble opinion, for what that's worth to you. So I have my laptop here with some notes. If you haven't done so already, go on out to the D&A Guitar Gear website. I'll put the website address up on the screen. It will also be in the description box below. And I urge you to read about the company, read about some of the special features that make these stands as good as they are. And I think you'll find it interesting, because I found it really interesting, and I took some notes and I have some key highlights that I want to kind of share with you. So first and foremost, D&A Guitar Gear, the CEO, Ravi Sawhney, and Ravi, if I pronounce your last name incorrectly, my friend, I apologize up front, but I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ravi is the CEO of D&A Guitar Gear. He was also the founder and CEO of RKS Guitars, which made high-end custom guitars. Ravi, after making custom guitars, decided that he wanted to start another company where he can develop some guitar accessories, aka guitar stands, and he wanted to do a real simple thing. He wanted to take the ingenuity, the R&D, the high quality, and the thought to develop guitar stands just like he did when he developed high-end guitars. You know, we think about guitar stands as guitar players as just kind of an accessory, something you don't give much thought to. You know, we spend a lot of time and a lot of money picking out that favorite guitar. Some of us have real high-end, real expensive guitars that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. And what do we all do? We throw it in a cheap $20 or $25 guitar stand that you find at one of the big box stores, which you know, you're kind of playing Russian roulette when you kind of do that. That you can easily have the guitar fall out of the stand. You can easily have that guitar mar up the finish on your prize instrument. And so what Ravi was thinking when he developed D&A Guitar Gear is that he wanted to get rid of all of those variables, and he wanted to make sure that he made a product that not only would be sturdy and stable to protect that guitar from falling out of the stand, but also would not damage the guitar or the finish in any way. And that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. So D&A Guitar Gear really has two main core products. They have their guitar stands and they have their wall hangers, and we're going to take a look at both of those today. So first, let's take a look at the guitar stands, okay? Let's take a look at the Starfish stands. Now, the Starfish guitar stands, there's three models. There is the passive model, the active model, and the Hydra. Now, the Hydra is the stand you see sitting right next to me here with the two guitars in it. This is actually a three guitar stand. You can put three guitars in this stand, and this is the stand that if you stick around to the end of the video, you're actually going to be able to learn how you can win this very Hydra triple guitar stand absolutely free, courtesy of my good friends over at D&A Guitar Gear. So make sure you watch to the end of the video, okay? I don't want to forget to tell you that. And all the information pertinent to the contest will be in the description box below. So there's three stands in the Starfish line. This stand here is the passive. Now, the difference between the active and the passive really has to do with the headlock, and we'll talk about that in a second. Outside of that, the stands are exactly the same, the passive and the active. So let's take a look at some of the features of the Starfish stand. So the first thing is that we have a five-legged design. And as you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. legs on this guitar stand, which makes it super stable, super sturdy. The guitar is not going to fall out of the stand. The guitar is not going to tip over. Very important. On the front two legs, you'll see here, and I'll get out of the chair and I'll kind of walk up here so you can see it. We have what appears to be like this kind of foam on the legs. Now this is not just any old foam, any old rubber coating. This is actually, a lot of R&D went into this. This is actually patented by D&A Guitar Gear. This is what is called TPE, which is thermoplastic elastomer. I think I said that right. It's a special scientific type of plastic foam that is over the front legs that is designed to not mar the finish on your guitar. So depending on what kind of guitar you have, some of these high-end guitars have a finish that were typical rubber or plastic. Over time, if you leave the guitar in the stand for long periods of time, could mar and damage the finish. This is designed not to do that. It's the only guitar stand in the world that has this, that will not mar, will not finish your guitar, or damage the finish of your guitar. Super, super important. As I said, we have the 5-legged design, which is 2 times more stable than any other guitar stand on the market, and we'll demonstrate that in a couple of seconds. We also, on the headlock, we have what's called the grip friction system. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to show you this. It's also on the active model. If I turn this way, you can see this kind of folds down. And what you can see here is these little teeth. See these little teeth in here? These were developed and spaced in such a way to make sure that the guitar neck can't slip in here. So the distance between these teeth was very well thought out. It was done with a lot of engineering to make sure that these teeth don't provide any slippage to the guitar when you put it in the neck, when you put your guitar in the stand. And again, I'll tip it forward so you can see a little bit better here. Okay, you can see that pretty clearly, right? And again, this is also the TPE, so it's not going to mar the finish of your guitar neck. So you don't need to worry about that as well. Also, all of their stands have a lifetime guarantee. No other guitar stand that I know has a lifetime guarantee. So if for some reason this thing were to break or fall apart, you'll get another one for free. Companies that give lifetime guarantees, folks, they don't use them. Why? Because the guitar stands never get damaged. They never need to be replaced. So they're able to offer you a lifetime guarantee. But if for some strange reason you had a defective stand or somehow you, I don't know, tripped over it and fell and broke it, they would replace it for free. So it's a lifetime guarantee. So those are the key points to the Starfish stands. Again, we have the grip friction system with the teeth around the yoke here, which are spaced in a way that will minimize the slippage of a guitar in here. So when you put the neck in here, it does not move from side to side. It's kind of locked in place. And again, it's made out of TPE, so it's not going to damage the neck or the finish of your guitar neck. We also have the 5-legged design, once again, 2 times more stable than any other guitar stand. Okay, we have the TPE on the front legs here, so when the guitar makes contact to the guitar stand, it's again not going to mar the finish. Okay, and we're also going to talk about the tilt. So we also have on these guitar stands, let me move this one out of the way. Let me get this one here, which is the active stand here. Oh, I'm going to put this out here and I'm going to bring this back. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the Starfish Active. Now the difference between the active and the passive is one real simple difference, is that we have an active headlock. And what this means is when you put the guitar inside this active and it sits down, it has this little plastic shield that comes across the front, so the guitar is kind of like locked in place, if you will. Again, on the active model, we have the same teeth here, so it doesn't slip. Again, active headstock, or headlock I should call it. The other one's passive, doesn't have this plastic piece here, okay? But again, what makes these stands really, really special from a security point of view is you put this in here. Now watch this. So, typical guitar stand, you tip it back. On a typical guitar stand, those things tip right over. This thing can go back, they say, up to 30 degrees of tilt before this guitar will tip over. Look at this. Okay, I'm probably about 6 inches off the floor right now. I know you can't see the bottom of the stand, that's out of the frame a little bit. I apologize for that, but look at that. Look at that. Look how much you can tip that back without the thing tipping forward. Just comes right back and rests beautifully on the ground. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that these things are super stable, right? You're on a crowded stage, you're in a crowded studio, you have guitars all over the place, people are walking by, they knock into your guitar stand, your guitar's not gonna fall out of the stand. If you have one of those inexpensive, cheap yoke stands that you see at the big box stores, and you can go check out my last video where I demonstrate this, you put a guitar in there, you walk by and just kind of breeze up against it, and the guitar falls right out of the stand. It could fall flat on its face, either break the headstock, mar up the finish, and damage your instrument. This, no way. I can hit this thing left and right, and this thing is not falling out of the guitar stands. Not at all. I can tip it back. Again, look at that. Will not tip backwards. Comes forward. Very, very super stable, very, very secure when your guitar is in either the active or the passive model. Again, the only difference between the two is we have the headlock. The passive doesn't have the plastic front that encloses over the front. It just kind of sits and rests in there. But again, it's still super secure, just like the active. That was the active model. Here's the passive model. Put the neck in there, you can see this thing is not going to slip. It doesn't move. Those little teeth that are in here kind of grip it really, really well. And again, you can smack the passive around. It's not going anywhere. Again, look how much you can tip that before it's going to tip over. That's a lot more than 30 degrees, folks. You can tip it back. That's not going anywhere. Okay, super, super secure, super, super stable. That is the passive and the active models. Okay, once again, the only difference is the headlock between the two models. And it's called, on the active, we call it a gravity locking head design. So when you put the guitar in, gravity kind of takes over and snaps it in place. Okay, pretty simple stuff, right? So now let's take a look at the Hydra. Now the Hydra is very similar to the active model, where we have the same gravity activization kind of headlock here. But what's really great about the Hydra is a 3 guitar stand, which is awesome. Let me show you that in a second here. So let's move this out of the way. I'm going to move the passive out of the way here. Now I'm going to show you how these fold up, and you can transport these kind of easily as well. So here is let me move a little bit out of the way here. Here is the Hydra. So now again, the Hydra is a 3 guitar stand. So you can see I have an acoustic guitar here, I have a bass over here, and then we can have a 3rd guitar here on the side. So let me pull this forward and show it to you. Okay, so here we go. So here is our Hydra. Let me take the bass out here for a minute. I'll just rest it over here. So the Hydra has a little bit of a different design, but a lot of the core same features. Again, on the Hydra we have a 6-legged design as opposed to a 5-legged design on the Starfish, because we can hold 3 guitars in it. We want some additional stability. But if you were to look at the footprint of the Hydra compared to the Starfish, it's maybe an inch or 2 bigger footprint. It's very, very small, very, very compact, which is fantastic. We also have, again, the 3 active headlocks here. Again, I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see it. So we have 3. Again, okay, gravity activated, so the guitar comes in, closes that plexiglass covering, or that plastic covering, again, on all 3 heads. Same as on the other models, we have the teeth here, the TPE, right? I'm just going to call it TPE because I can't pronounce that word 10 times. I'll screw it up every single time. So here it is. TPE is not going to mar the finish on your guitar, right? So this is a 3-head design. Down here we have some stability bars. So when your guitar rests, you can have your guitar rest right up against this. Again, this rubber coating, or what feels to be rubber, again, TPE, is not going to damage or mar your finish. You can fold this up out of the way, and you can just have the guitar rest on the TPE legs. Now on the Hydra, all 6 legs have this TPE covering, or on the active and the passive, only the front 2 legs do, because you can only put 1 guitar in it, right? Makes sense. So if I step back here, and we have the Hydra, I'm going to show you pretty simply how we put this in. So here's an acoustic guitar, and again, we can rest it right up. Let me turn it to the side here so you can see. So we have it resting right up against the support bar here, right? So we can either fold this out of the way, and we can let the guitar kind of swing down if that's what you choose to do, if you want it kind of more of an up and down fashion. Again, you don't need to worry about the back of the guitar, because again, it's touching the legs, and the legs are again covered with the TPE, so we make sure we don't mar the finish or damage the finish or in any way. But if you fold this little support bar down, you can kind of lean up right against it. There you can see right here. See that little arm? And so we can do the same thing with our bass. On the other side, again, leans right up against the support bar here. Gravity activated headlock closes the little plastic shield across the front, so we're not going to have the guitar fall out. And if I want to put a third guitar in, here we go, let's put the Les Paul in. Same thing. So now, let me see if I can move this whole thing back at once. I don't suggest you carry them like this, but we can do this. So now we have, there we are. Now we have 3 guitars in the Hydra, okay? Really, really cool. Again, super stable. This thing is not going anywhere. With the 6 legs, I mean, you'd have to hit this with a truck for the thing to fall over. Super, super stable. And what's great about the design of this as well, and I've seen some other multiple guitar, triple guitar stands on the market. But the difference with those compared to the DNA Hydra here is when you take one of the guitars out, especially if you're dealing with heavy guitars like Les Pauls, the stand itself becomes a little tippy with the competitors' products, and you can always have a fear that you're too heavily weighted on one side. With the DNA stands, not the case at all. This is not any less stable, I should say, than it was when you had 3 guitars in it. So again, this was really well thought out and really well designed. If you have 3 high-end guitars on this guitar stand, you could be looking at $10,000 worth of guitars. The last thing you want to have happen is when you take one out, the thing kind of tips over because now it's too heavily weighted on one side. So be very careful when you're looking for guitar stands on the market. You see these kinds of stands by other manufacturers. What you'll find is they're not built as well as something like this. And I can tell you, and I know it's hard to convey that in the video, these things are built like a tank. These things are well stabled. When they're on the floor, they don't move. Super, super important. So you can have 3 guitars, and look at the footprint of how small this is. I mean, you know, if you could see, you know, comparatively, me just kind of standing next to it, you know, this is very, very small footprint, very, very compact. Excellent thing for your studio, if you wanted to bring these out live on stage in a club. You know, stage space is always at a premium. And this is great where you can have an acoustic and a couple of electric guitars or bass as we have here out on stage, and you don't have to have 3 separate stands all over the place, which is really, really cool. So this is the Hydra, okay? This is, again, all the same features as the active and the passive models, but you can put 3 guitars in at once and save yourself a ton of floor space, which is fantastic. So let me move this out of the way slightly. Now, let's just talk quickly about some of the compactness of these stands. So I'm going to come up to the camera again. I'm going to show you how you can open and close these stands really easily. So on the Starfish, in order to fold the legs up, you flip out this lever. You fold this up. You have a lever in the back. You fold this down. You can take the headlock, fold it over like this. And now we have a really nice compact stand that you can just throw in either your gig bag or throw in the back of your car and take it on the road. Really, really nice. Again, very heavy duty. I don't know the exact weight of this stand, but I can tell you, again, really heavy tubular design. This is not cheap, very well constructed. Again, to open it, we just fold the legs down, lock the lever in place, we fold the headlock over, lift up the lever, and then lock it down. And again, this is all adjustable depending on the height of your guitar. You know, if you're using a small, like a kid's guitar or a ukulele or something like that, it can be down low. If it's a bass guitar, it can be up high or anywhere in between. So it's really, really compact, really, really easy to take on the road. The Starfish guitar stand line, awesome. Active, passive, Hydra. Stick around to the end of the video. You're going to learn how to wing. This very Hydra right here will be shipped to you free of charge. Now, let's take a look at their travel stands if we can. So we have a couple of travel stands here. We have an electric, one for electric guitars, one for acoustic guitars. This happens to be called the Ice. This is an acoustic guitar stand. And again, it's very compact. When you get it and take it out of the box, this is what it looks like. And then to open it, you just fold it open it up, snap it down in place, and there is your acoustic guitar stand. Again, I'll bring it up to the camera. Just like on the Starfishes, you can see, we have these. Let me turn this to the camera so you can see it here. Maybe you can see that. So you can see this, again, the TPE with the little teeth in here to make sure that your acoustic guitar doesn't slip out of this stand, as well as does not mar the finish, just like on the other stands. Okay, and the same thing on the back here. We have teeth here that's gonna have minimum, or it's no slippage whatsoever. Let me get this up close so you can see the teeth. There you go. See the teeth there? Here, and then here. Okay? To close it, we just take this, fold that up, fold this back, little slap together, and there you go. And we have a travel acoustic guitar stand. Take this, throw this right in your gig bag. You can throw this right in your backpack. You can almost put this in your back pocket, for crying out loud. It's so small. And it's super durable. This thing is super durable. You can hit this with a hammer, run over it with a car. It's not gonna break, not gonna crack. Again, it's made out of some heavy duty plastic. I don't know the exact plastic that it is. You need to check it out on their website. But this is heavy duty stuff, man. This stuff is not gonna crack, not going anywhere. Okay? And it's got, again, got the grip function here with the little teeth. Lifetime guarantee on this guitar stand as well. Again, you just take it, open it. Where's my acoustic guitar? Can we put this so you guys can see it? Let's move back a little bit here. As far back as we can go. Yeah, we're not gonna get into the frame too well. But I'm gonna put this in here, and it works perfectly. Let me just kind of lift this up and show you. Look at that. There we go. And I can tell you, they're absolutely right when they say there's no slippage. It really does. It just kind of grips onto the bottom of the acoustic. It doesn't, you can tell it just doesn't move. I can try to turn it. It's there, it doesn't move. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. You know, you look at a guitar stand like this, it only really supports it from the back, and you think, do I want to take that on the road? We have no support here like we do on the Starfish. But I'll tell you what, this is nice. It doesn't move at all. I mean, you really got to move it to, it's in there, good. So you put it down on the ground and, you know, again, not very tip. No, it's in there pretty good, man. This is a nice little stand. So that's a great travel guitar stand for acoustic guitars. That's called the Ice. Let's move this out of the way. Let's also take a look at the electric travel stand as well. This one is in black here. Again, you can see, come up to the camera. Again, we have the same kind of little teeth here. Again, no slippage. Electric guitar sits right in here. We also have it on the back. I know it's a little bit more difficult to see this because it's black. Again, you just fold this up, right? Close it, and there it is. Super portable, super rugged, really nice design. Some of the strength and the reason why it's so rugged and so well built has a lot to do with these honeycomb kind of things here, mold in the plastic mold. You can see that here. That has a lot to do with the strength of this. All this webbing here in the mold. Again, this is all done, with, you know, with some really, high-tech engineering to make sure that this thing is not flimsy. You can't bend this. You can't break this. This is very, very sturdy. You know, this stuff is built solid as a rock. Really, really great stuff. So again, just like the Ice, you can take this, throw this in your gig bag, and you're ready to roll. And just like all the other stands, again, lifetime guarantee. You're not gonna get that with any other guitar stand on the market. So now let's take a look at our wall hangers, and then we'll get to the contest and let you know how you can win that Hydra stand that I can't believe I gotta give away. Tone, you're making me give away the best stand that we have here. I want this for my studio, but I gotta give it away. It was part of the agreement, so. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the wall hangers. These are really cool too. So we also have two kinds of wall hangers that you can screw to your wall and you can display your favorite guitar in your home studio, which is really, really cool. We have an active model and we have a passive model. Now these are the same headlocks that are on the Starfish stands as we've been talking about throughout this whole video. This one happens to be in white and chrome. Really classy, really high-end looking again. It's all gravity fed. You get the little plexi plastic here. Really cool. You have some mounting holes, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. Screw it to your wall, hang your guitar in there, you're ready to rock and roll. Also have this in the passive model in black. Again, we have the TPE with the teeth here for no slippage. This guitar goes in there and goes up against your wall. It's not gonna move, not gonna fall out. Again, these things are super durable. Oops. Super durable, super, see, I bumped into the acoustic guitar. Did you hear that? I just bumped into it, backed into it, the guitar didn't move. So there you go. See that? Unplanned, look at that, see? Real world applications. Bump into the guitar in the Ice stand, did not move, didn't knock over. Thank God, this is a $4,000 Taylor. So we have 2 wall hangers. Again, really, really cool. All this stuff is super affordable. Go to their website, check out their prices. You can't beat it. Again, are they a little bit more money than what you're gonna buy in your typical big box store? Yes, they are. But again, is it worth it? Absolutely. You don't want to put a $4,000 acoustic guitar in a $10 guitar stand. Not very smart. And as you just saw there, I just bumped into it and it didn't move. That's how well designed these guitar stands are. And I know I keep harping on that, and I know you think I'm all being paid by the company, but believe me, I'm not being paid by DNA Guitar Gear. I was a consumer that bought their Starfish stand. This is actually my stand here. I was looking for a good guitar stand to put my high-end Les Pauls in. Found this, got it in my studio, loved it so much, did a review, and then since then I've developed a relationship with the guys over at DNA Guitar Gear, and I asked them to please send me the rest of their products because I wanted to show my subscribers this, because my whole channel, Guitar Player Gear Demos, is based around the fact that I want to show you products that I use in my studio every single day, and when I find a product that I really, really like, I want to bring that to you. And it's not because some company is paying me to do so. So I want you to be aware of that. So this is the DNA Gear guitar stands product line. Wall hangers, the Starfish, the travel stands. They're all really, really cool. Click the links below in the description box if you want to buy yours. You can go out to their website and you can buy them. Go onto their website, DNA Guitar Gear, and check out and read all the information about them. I think you'll find it really interesting, especially the history of the company. Hopefully I did them some justice by giving you some background information about this company. They're a really good company making really good guitar accessory products for us guitar players that are made of high quality but are still super affordable. Now, before we go, because you're all saying, Dave, shut up, tell me about the contest. I want to know, how do I win this Hydra here? Well, it's real simple. You got to go out to our Facebook page, a Guitar Player Gear Demos, facebook.com/Guitar Player Gear Demos. Take a picture of your current guitar stand or guitar stands, post it on our Facebook page, and give me a little comment on why you're looking for a new guitar stand. Why do you need a new guitar stand? If you're in the market for a new guitar stand, why do you want the Hydra? I know it holds 3 guitars, but let me see your current guitar stand and let me see why you want to upgrade to the DNA Hydra. So that contest is going to end on December 10th, 2016. So on December 10th, 2016, I'm going to take all the names of all the people that posted on our Facebook page. We're going to shake them up in the hat. We're going to draw one lucky winner. That winner I will contact via Facebook, and I will get your shipping address, and I'm going to ship you this very Hydra stand. I'm going to pack it up really nice back in the box, and I'm going to send it to you free of charge. No cost to you, courtesy of Guitar Player Gear Demos and DNA Guitar Gear. And that's super special because I don't even have one of these from my studio, and I have to get one now because it's such a great guitar stand. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found DNA guitar stands again, some of the best stands that you're ever going to find on the market. And if you need a new guitar stand, this is the company to check out. My name has been David Vignola. Again, please subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Go check out the other channels in my archive. Please follow me on Facebook. And don't forget about homerecordingmadeeasy.com. If you record music in your home studio, there's tons of free training at Home Recording Made Easy, the YouTube channel, and homerecordingmadeeasy.com to help you make better music in your home studio. So until the next video, this has been David Vignola with Guitar Player Gear Demos, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care.